Welcome to Voices of Joy Voiceovers. Take a moment to unwind, kick back, and immerse yourself in the fascinating and uplifting story for today. Here at Voices of Joy, we love introducing you to a variety of Bible versions, ones that you might not come across every day, or you may be discovering for the very first time. So settle in and let our joy-filled voices guide you through an inspirational experience. Joseph could stand it no longer. There were many people in the room, and he said to his attendants, "Out, all of you!" So he was alone with his brothers when he told them who he was. Then he broke down and wept. He wept so loudly the Egyptians could hear him, and word of it quickly carried to Pharaoh's palace. "I am Joseph," he said to his brothers. "Is my father still alive?" But his brothers were speechless. They were stunned to realize that Joseph was standing there in front of them. "Please come closer," he said to them. So they came closer, and he said again, "I am Joseph, your brother, whom you sold into slavery in Egypt. But don't be upset, and don't be angry with yourselves for selling me to this place. It was God who sent me here ahead of you to preserve your lives. This famine that has ravaged the land for 2 years will last 5 more years, and there will be neither plowing nor harvesting. God has sent me ahead of you to keep you and your families alive and to preserve many survivors. So it was God who sent me here, not you. And he is the one who made me an advisor to Pharaoh, the manager of his entire palace, and the governor of all Egypt. Now hurry back to my father and tell him, this is what your son Joseph says. God has made me master over all the land of Egypt, so come down to me immediately. You can live in the region of Goshen, where you can be near me with all your children and grandchildren, your flocks and herds, and everything you own. I will take care of you there, for there are still 5 years of famine ahead of us. Otherwise, you, your household, and all your animals will starve." Then Joseph added, "Look, you can see for yourselves, and so can my brother Benjamin, that I really am Joseph. Go tell my father of my honored position here in Egypt. Describe for him everything you have seen, and then bring my father here quickly." Weeping with joy, he embraced Benjamin, and Benjamin did the same. Then Joseph kissed each of his brothers and wept over them. And after that, they began talking freely with him. The news soon reached Pharaoh's palace. "Joseph's brothers have arrived." Pharaoh and his officials were all delighted to hear this. Pharaoh said to Joseph,
"Tell your brothers, this is what you must do. Load your pack animals and hurry back to the land of Canaan. Then get your father and all of your families and return here to me. I will give you the very best land in Egypt, and you will eat from the best that the land produces."
Then Pharaoh said to Joseph,
"Tell your brothers, take wagons from the land of Egypt to carry your little children and your wives and bring your father here. Don't worry about your personal belongings, for the best of all the land of Egypt is yours."
So the sons of Jacob did as they were told. Joseph provided them with wagons as Pharaoh had commanded, and he gave them supplies for the journey. And he gave each of them new clothes, but to Benjamin he gave 5 changes of clothes and 300 pieces of silver. He also sent his father 10 male donkeys loaded with the finest products of Egypt, and 10 female donkeys loaded with grain and bread and other supplies he would need on his journey. So Joseph sent his brothers off, and as they left, he called after them, "Don't quarrel about all of this along the way." And they left Egypt and returned to their father Jacob in the land of Canaan.
Joseph is still alive,
they told him,
and he is governor of all the land of Egypt.
Jacob was stunned at the news. He couldn't believe it. But when they repeated to Jacob everything Joseph had told them, and when he saw the wagons Joseph had sent to carry him, their father's spirits revived. Then Jacob exclaimed, "It must be true! My son Joseph is alive! I must go and see him before I die!" Wow, 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 family. Woo! The saga continues, the family drama, the struggle. Joseph holding this all of these years and still having the heart, because of God, the heart to forgive and love on his brothers. Wow, family, this has, from part 1 to part 3 to part 8 and on. This has been a wonderful story of redemption, forgiveness, triumph. And as we near closer to the end of the Joseph and his brothers series, it's been a wonderful, wonderful blessing of the reminder that no matter what we're going through, what is facing us in this world, when we hold on to God and hold on to his promises and hold on to his love for us, we can truly triumph over anything. Wow, wow, wow. Amen, amen. Well, if you haven't caught up yet on the wonderful story of Joseph and his brothers in parts 1 to 8, what are you waiting for? Come on, visit our social media platforms and tune in. Whether you're a new listener or seasoned follower of Voices of Joy, join us for this amazing series. Listen to more of our uplifting recordings featuring inspirational Bible verses and captivating stories across all of our platforms, including YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and family, we are still working on revitalizing our TikTok page. And for our podcast fans, we haven't left you out. You can catch the joy on Spotify Podcasts, Amazon Music and Audible, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and Pocket Casts. Now, don't miss out on our new recordings shared every Monday morning at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join us for a joyful start to your week. Family, we appreciate you spending precious parts of your day with us. You are spreading the joy by tuning in, following, subscribing, and sharing our recordings with others. Thank you for being a fantastic part of our community. We wish you an absolutely extraordinarily blessed rest of your day on purpose. Until next time, this is Voices of Joy Voiceovers signing off with love.